Okay, how's it going? I want to briefly compare the two hoodies I have in front of me, the SF500 and the 18500. Both of them are very popular, especially the 18500 for print-on-demand hoodies. But I ordered a sample. I've put both in the wash. There has been a very slight amount of shrinkage as expected, but it's so minor in these hoodies that I wouldn't worry about it at all. I have had t-shirts that shrink to the point where it's almost shrinking a size, and that's definitely problematic. But this is hardly noticeable, and I haven't actually measured them to see if there's any shrinkage. It just seems like there's a very tiny amount, so there's nothing to worry about there. So I want to go through some different factors. I want to wrap up by giving my recommendation, and my recommendation will be a very confident one. I have strong reasons to recommend the one I'm about to recommend. So stick around to the end if this is of benefit to you. This will be especially beneficial to you if you have some kind of a print-on-demand company using Gelato or Printify, a company that sells both the 18500, which is this hoodie here, and the SF500, which is this one here, which, yeah, that will be especially beneficial, as you could choose which one suits you best. So firstly, my thoughts on the fit, the sizing. The sizing is a complete win for the SF500. It is way better. The sizing is just more standard. It's long, not too long, but it's definitely long enough. The sleeves length is quite nice and quite good. It's a comfortable length that I'm wearing a medium hoodie now. I wear medium, and this is just perfect. The Gildan 18500 though, which is the slightly more budget of the two, is quite small. In fact, I would even say very small in a sense. When you first put it on, it does kind of, it's okay, it's acceptable. But as soon as you move those arms, if you lift your arms up in any sense, the lower hem of the garment is going to start flying up. I don't know why. It's something to do with the design, but it just feels like it's constantly trying its best to spring up and to shrink. And in fact, just to give you just an example of how much of a problem that is, if you were to raise your hands right up into the air, right, with a typical hoodie, the hem of the garment, the bottom of the garment will come up to about the waistline. With this one, it goes above the belly button. This one flies straight up. So ideally, the fit isn't that great on the 18500. It's quite small and not that comfortable. And because of that, I don't actually think I'm going to wear it, at least not very often. I might give it away because it's just too small. If you are going to sell the 18500, it's a very popular hoodie. Many companies sell it. Then I would recommend personally putting some kind of a notice, an encouragement for customers to order a size up. I wouldn't necessarily use phrases such as classic fit, as I think Gildan say that this is a classic fit hoodie. Instead, I would just encourage them to order a size up. The SF500, on the other hand, as I say, is a perfect fit. In terms of the length is really nice on the SF500. The sleeve length is nice. The hoodie fit is nice as well. You know, when you put your hoodie up, this is not a Gildan hoodie I'm wearing now. You want to have some space here, right? With the Gildan 18500, you could just about fit one finger there. So it's quite tight. The garment is kind of lifting up, hanging on your head. The hood is kind of hanging on your head and just giving you about a finger length of space under your chin before the hoodie is just kind of coming up to here. So it really doesn't feel very comfortable. The SF500, on the other hand, for me, gave me about 4 fingers that I could line up like this before I'm touching the garment, between my chin and the garment itself, the neckline. So that's a much more spacious thing, and I think that's partly because the hoodie comes down a little bit more on the SF500. Another plus for that is your designs won't be super high. So the fact that there's a little bit more of a swoop as the neckline kind of comes down a little bit more, not too low or anything, it's just right for me. Whereas the other one is quite high, and so your design could look potentially higher, which is not always ideal. You can see the hoodie I'm wearing now comes down. You can see the t-shirt, it comes down quite a bit, and I like that. And you get a bit more of that with the SF500. So in terms of the hoodie, in terms of the fit, definitely this is a win. Material wise, the Gildan 18500 is 50-50 cotton polyester blend. The SF500 is an 80-20 cotton polyester blend. So 80% cotton, plus you have the advantage of a 100% cotton, ring spun cotton as well, which is especially soft and very nice, durable cotton face. In other words, the material of the inside of the hoodie and the general content of the hoodie is 80% cotton and 20% polyester, but the face, the surface of the hoodie that you'd be printing onto is 100% cotton. Ideally, you want to print on 100% cotton. The 18500, on the other hand, I don't believe has the same 100% cotton face. I hear, and you can do your own research, but I hear that it's got just 50% cotton, 50% polyester the whole way through, from the face to the inside, which is not ideal. I just want to briefly note that material also has an added benefit. The polyester content, just having some polyester content, whether that's 20% or 50%, helps to avoid shrinkage as well. So I think that's why I didn't note much shrinkage compared to 100% cotton products, which tend to shrink a little bit more. So yeah, in terms of the material, the 80-20 blend, in my opinion, is just perfect because you've got the advantage of the 100% cotton face for printing onto, plus the content is going to be softer because it's cotton. It's just generally softer and more comfortable. So putting this on is literally, it amazed me when I put it on, and I think you'll have more repeat customers because they will just be amazed at the comfortable feel of the SF500. It's so comfortable. I don't think I have a hoodie that's that soft in the inside. The fleece lining is just amazing. The 18500 also impressed me, and I'll be honest, I hardly notice a difference between the two, but this is a definite win in terms of softness and in terms of comfort, and I think it's the higher cotton content that is just a higher plus. So material, this is a win. Comfort, this is a win. Sizing, this is a win. The final thing I want to mention is price. The Gildan 18500 is a slightly more budget option. It's about £1 to £3 cheaper. On Printify, it's about £1 cheaper. On Gelato, the 18500 is about £3 cheaper. So you're going to be saving some money if you go for the 18500. But in my opinion, just paying a couple more pounds to get a way better garment, which I think is going to bring in more sales, I think it's worth going for the more premium option. And I think the SF500 is just brilliant. Really on every level. I don't have any reasons to stop selling it on my website. So yeah, I would highly recommend, if you're choosing between the two, I'd firstly recommend stopping and considering before going for the budget 18500 option. I'm not pleased with it. I don't want to wear this hoodie, and I wouldn't recommend it unless you really need to keep it budget and couldn't care less really about sizing and then I would say go for it. But otherwise, I would highly recommend going up for a more premium option, especially because a hoodie is something you can wear all year round, and generally people are willing to spend a bit more for a hoodie anyway. So just really make a loud shout about the premium elements of the hoodie and what make it unique and worth the money, so that you can bring in more sales. Really focus on getting a slightly better quality hoodie. This is my recommendation. And then just making a loud shout about that. Maybe putting something in the product image to just make it super clear. This is a nice hoodie. So that's my opinions on these two hoodies. Obviously, you can do your own research, you can get your own samples, but I hope this helped, and God bless.